saw that. I told him, I said, you guys should be going. I said, you got to sign this weekend.
Okay. So that's cool. All you do is I'll just minimize that. So if you hover over it,
Yeah, I'll be able to get that.
okay, and then this is just cut to it. So if there's a timeout, there's a list here of spots that we have. But again, okay, and it'll just keep going when it gets down to this last spot. You just play them as they come. They're in 30 and 20, 30 and 15. Yeah. So at any rate, if you do all this,
I'd rather go live.
well,
You've been there.
yeah.
You know what's like. You've been there.
Hey guys, can you turn that down? Your mic.
I want to check, we went live, and I want to check and make sure the screen's up and everything. We are on, trying to figure out how to use my, so. So I did that, and this is where we were just testing it out. Now it should come back, and we're talking, and you say something about, oh, these guys. It's picking up where I'm talking through that. You were, and I don't know why that didn't. Oh, the camera audio is coming in.
You guys turn up. Can you just do a test, Dave, for your LCA?
Test check, Lexington Christian Academy hosting Danville. Test 1, test 2, Lexington Christian Academy hosting Danville Apples. Good. Ron, are we good? Can you hear me back in the studio now, Ron? Check 1, check 2, check, 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 check. Ron, can you hear me back in studio? Okay. Check 1, check 2. Ron White.
Checking headset 2. Headset 2.
Check 1, Brian, or I'm sorry, Ron, back studio. Check 1, check 2, check 2. Check 1, check 2. What's up, man? Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. We'll go on in about 2 minutes. Turn that on, man. There is one in there.
It's on all the way up. It's on high heat. You feel it? There we go. That's what we need right there. That'll help a little bit. What's your name? Abe. What is it? Abe. Abe. I'm Brian. Good to meet you, Abe. This is Great Horn.
Yeah, we met earlier. Yes, sir.
He is the world famous Great Horn.
Yes, yeah. All right, let me see.
What radio station you guys station?
This is 99.1 on the FM. What is it on the AM?
It's not on AM. Just it's online. WJMM.com and. All right. Let me see here. Hopefully.
The funeral day over at her brother. Start talking about
Oh, did you see Ronnie there?
Yeah, someone said, you know who this is? Like, no, they're like, their voice of this guy in the radio. I was like, I don't really listen to radio hardly. They're like, no, listen to radio. I'm saying, I'm turning on the road. Is my phone on? Every now and then you got the radio on, but not much. I didn't know who Ronnie Huff was. I guess he's been around here. He started talking about their radio stations down the hallway from you guys or something. I didn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah, he's on the other station, the Southern Gospel Station, 93.3 FM, 770 AM.
Isn't your building on Over Sales Road? Oh.
By the castle there, yeah,
So
just
he's in
past
that
that.
same building?
Yeah, he does the morning show, I think like 6 to 10 a.m. on the other station, the kind of.
He's got that radio voice, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He used to be
yeah.
a preacher. He's like
Yeah, he pastored a little Christian church. I want to say maybe Antioch Christian. Don't quote me on that, but
his name sounded familiar.
yeah, he's been
He talked very highly of your show. He said, boy, that Hope is here is really taking off. He said, I love what he's doing. He was really awesome.
Oh, really? That's cool. I
Along with
appreciate
calling you world famous.
yeah. Ron, can you hear us, sir? Check 1, check 2, check. Man, that mint went down the wrong way.
Well, it's
Golly.
getting me a little bit too. I'm number 2 right here, right?
Yeah.
So if I have a coughing fit, that's the mute.
Yep. Check 1, check 2.
Mute right there.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do that
That's
too.
true. Yep, either one.
Just in case I start,
Yep.
I don't want to.
Oh yeah. I've had the new one.
Oh, all this allergy stuff going on, we're fighting like crazy. The allergy stuff is out of control right now.
Ron, check 1. Ron, can you hear us, sir?
Is he going to start you right at 7, or is it going to be 7:15 like you thought earlier?
We're going to go on and be live here.
Here.
So, but radio won't come on until 7:15. So.
Okay. So does he talk? Will he talk directly into your ear if we hear him, or he'll text you?
It's texting, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish it wasn't, but that's kind of the deal. We hadn't gotten to the.
You think it's blowing out cold air?
Ron, you got us, brother? Can you hear us okay? Mr. Ron? What's up, Ron? Ron. My man, Ron. What you got, Ron?
I think we had this problem before, Greg, where this thing doesn't heat up much, does it?
Yeah, you can't count on that thing, man.
like a knife right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Abe's going to have a little rough. Check 1, check 2. Ron, can you hear us? Hello, Mr. Ron. Check 1, check 2.
Music is blowing cold air. I just turned it off.
Hey, we're ready to go on whenever you want to, sir.
Oh, you guys are live.
Oh, we're ready? Good evening. Welcome to Lexington Christian Academy High School football. It is playoff time, and the Eagles are hosting Danville Admirals. Lexington Christian Academy 11-0, Danville 8-4. We've got a good cold night for playoff football, which you got to kind of expect in November. Joining me alongside tonight is going to be Brian Bolton. And Brian, obviously you got two great teams tonight playing, and a lot of tradition, big rivalry game. But last time these teams played, it was kind of dominated by LCA, but in the playoffs, you got to throw out the regular season records, because in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one, Greg. This has been a battle for the last several years. It seems like LCA has taken the lead here as of late, I would say for sure. But like you say, it's playoffs, and so it's a new season. And you never know which team's going to rise up. Now, looking at the stats, LCA is highly favored tonight, I would say. But Danville is the football town of Kentucky. So who knows what to expect tonight, right?
Well, we are excited about this matchup. Going to be a lot of fun tonight. LCA is in the blue uniforms with the white helmets. Danville also, so their school colors are blue and white. They are in the blue pants and the white shirts and the silver helmets. And LCA is going to be kicking off, and Andrew Dobbs, their outstanding kicker, will be kicking off. The senior who actually had a visit to Vanderbilt a few weeks ago was invited to visit there. He'll be kicking on Saturday somewhere. And the amazing part about this young man this year, Brian, 49 touchbacks. There's a lot of college kickers that aren't doing that.
49 touchbacks and averaging almost 60 yards on his kickoff as a high school young man. And beyond that, he's a great young man, great character.
Back for Danville is Caleb Burns, their outstanding running back in the middle. And then to the left of him is Demaria Brown. The kick is up, and it is going to hit right about the 2-yard line and be another touchback there for Mr. Dobbs. So we've got 50 of those now out of 70 kicks. So just a phenomenal job by that young man. So Danville will come out and start on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10, and they are led by their senior quarterback, Brady Morse. He is 65 for 125 for 1,114 yards and 13 touchdown passes this year versus only 6 interceptions. He's going to start out in pistol formation. He's got 2 wide receivers up top, 2 to the left. 1 running back takes the snap, looking to pass, tries to get out to the left side. Pass is complete to Burns, and he's trying to get a little extra yards there. He's going to be close to a first down on that. So expect to see Caleb Burns run the ball a lot tonight, but they come out passing the ball, and it's going to be enough for a first down. So Danville, they like to run the ball. They've ran for over 1,400 yards, only have 1,100 passing, but, Brian, they come out trying to throw the ball a little bit, trying to see what they can do there with the LCA defense.
Well, Greg, I'm sure, they played LCA just a couple of weeks ago in October, and LCA held them to only 6 yards of rushing. Do you think they're going to try something different tonight?
That is a great point. Did not have much success at all running the ball. This time, though, before they can get the snap off, I've got our first whistle, or dirty yellow laundry, as Matt Leo likes to call it. So we'll see what happens here.
He just reminded me, he said,
So that's going to be a legal procedure on Danville and make it First down and 15 for them, the 25-yard line, opening drive of the ball game. 11:15 left here in the first quarter. I'm Greg Horn, Brian Bolton with me. Ave on camera tonight. Morris takes the snap. He's rolling out to his right. Tyler Morris in hot pursuit, and he gets to Morris and hits him right as he's releasing the ball. Incomplete pass. Tyler Morris is going to be playing on Saturdays at Navy, and in fact, one of the assistant coaches from Navy is here tonight. Tyler Morris is leading LCA in sacks this year. What just an unbelievable year that he is having this year. So leading the Eagles with sacks, and he almost got one right there, Brian.
And he is also in the top 10 in 2A stat leaders, too. And I think he's one off from being one of the top 2 in sacks.
A lot of speed for that young man, and 13.5 tackles for loss. So Tyler Morris having an outstanding senior year. Make it second down and 15 on the incomplete pass there. Morris takes the snap. He's trying to pass, gets it out there quick, a little bit high, trying to get it to Brown, but he was not able to catch it. Good coverage there by LCA, so that'll be incomplete. It'll make it third down and 15 for the Admiral. Stops the clock at 11:01 left here in the first quarter.
That is hard on a team. He had that pass in his hands. And if you're going to beat LCA tonight, you've got to make those catches.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The margin of error for beating the LCA Eagles is very, very small. LCA just clicking on all cylinders this year, having a phenomenal year this year, and undefeated, highest RPI in the state. Morris pistol formation, got the snap, looking, throws it out to the right side. Pass is complete to Brown at about the 30. He lowers that head and gets up to about the 32-yard line. Johnny Bruce Drake on him. Jeffrey Selby, the outstanding senior, leading the Eagles in tackles with 56. You know that number 4 is always going to be around the ball, Brian.
Number 4, he is a man. That is for sure. And like you said, he's leading the team in tackles. Not only leading the team in tackles, leading the team, I think, sometimes in his energy. This brings it to the defense and raises the level of energy of the defense.
So well short on that. It's going to make it fourth down and 7 for Danville. First punt of the game, it's up, and looks like it might have got tipped by LCA. It's going to bounce at the 48-yard line of Danville and take a little bit of a roll. Going to be down at midfield by Danville's Keeson Jones, a 5'7" sophomore, but LCA got good pressure. I think that kick might have gotten tipped.
Looked awful close, that's for sure. LCA starts here with a really great field position. You know, last time we played them, Xavier Brown, our phenomenal running back, ran 6 times for 180 yards. Be interested to see what Danville's going to do with that tonight.
Yep, Xavier Brown is over 1,000 yards for the season, and that's been on a limited amount of carries. LCA's had the running clock at second half the last 4 weeks, and so he's not got a lot of touches at all in the first half. He gets one tonight, and he's going to have a first down right now, and Moore breaks a couple of tackles, and he finally steps out of bounds about the 28-yard line. Xavier Brown averaging 12.5 yards a carry. I mean, Brian, every time he touches it, that's a first down.
Every time. And the question you have to ask yourself, is that him or is that the offensive line, or it could just be the great combination of both? They have a great offensive line and they have great running backs.
LCA's O-line just done a tremendous job. Only 2 quarterback sacks allowed in 11 games this year. Neva's pass is complete. That's to Mason Moore. He gets it about the 28-yard line, lowers his head, gets up to about the 23-yard line for he's brought down by the Eagles. Going to be a gain of about 6. So that'll make it second down and 4 for LCA. Opening drive for LCA running that no-huddle offense. 9:49 left in the first quarter, 0-0. Moore with a little swing pass. He's got the first down, and Moore breaks a couple of tackles before he's finally brought down about the 10-yard line. Mason Moore showing why he's a leading wide receiver for LCA. Tackled by Danville's Dominique Ford. First down for the Eagles, 1st and 10 from. It's going to be just a little bit north of the 10-yard line. That looks like they can still get a first down about the 1-yard line. No huddle offense ready to go. Nevis takes a snap, hands it off to Jay Emerson. He's got a big hole over there on the left side. He's going to be brought down just about the 1-yard line. So it's going to be enough actually for a first down. And he does. He gets enough for the first down, but fortunately we've got a player down. Looks like it's a Danville Admiral. Unfortunately, we can't see his number. Hope that he's okay, but that'll stop the clock with 9:20 left in the first quarter. 0-0 is your score. Lexington Christian Academy hosting Danville.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
With roots dating back to 1946, Central Bank remains a community bank dedicated to serving the people and businesses of Kentucky. We're here, as always, with customer service and support, as well as online and mobile banking services available 24 hours.
For Danville, hobbling to the sideline there. Brady Morse. He's a sophomore, or senior, sorry, that's a senior, 6'1" senior.
Well, that's one guy. They definitely, Caleb Burns, unfortunately, their leading rusher on the year. It looks like it's him. Yeah, that's a tough loss for Danville there. Hopefully he can come back, but not looking good. Nevis takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He's got plenty of time. He scrambles out to his right, lowers his head like he's going to run. Now he decides he is going to run, but Danville does a good job of stopping him from getting to the end zone there. Couple of the Danville Animals tackle him at the 2-yard line. In on the tackle was Xavion Brown and Justin Turner, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Coach Oakley Watkins, offensive coordinator, and Evan Wright up on top of us. Talk about what he sees up top. Tells Coach Watkins and Coach Charles, and they call the play out. And Nevis has got his play. Xavier Brown in the backfield, lone running back. Hands it off to Brown. He goes up the middle, wide open hole there by that O-line. Touchdown, LCA. Xavier Brown with the 2-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles get on the board first, 6-0 with 8:16 left in the first quarter. Brown, that's the way a lot of LCA games start. Xavier Brown with a touchdown, and that's his 14th on the ground this year, averaging 105 yards on the ground. Extra point kick is up, and it is good by Mr. Dobbs. Dobbs having a phenomenal year kicking on extra points. He is now 60 of 62 for 98%. And if I can do anything in life 98% of the time, I feel pretty good about it.
I would say 98% should get that kid a place to play football on Saturdays here next year for sure.
That makes it 7-0 the Eagles with 8:16 left in the first quarter. I want to thank ABR Construction for being a sponsor of Lexington Christian Academy High School football. Locally owned and operated since 1980, ABR Construction does utility contracting and building construction. For more information about the trusted professionals at ABR, check them out online at abrconstruction.com. That's abrconstruction.com. Caleb Burns still on the sideline. They actually he's laying down, and the trainers are over him, and that's just not a good sign there at all for Danville, as he is the leading rusher for Danville on the year. Had almost 700 yards rushing this year, and even though they did not have much success last time when they played LCA, he is the one guy that if they do try to get something established on the ground, he's an outstanding senior, and hate to see a senior in the playoffs get hurt because it could possibly be his last game. But wow, this time Dobbs, what a boot, about 2 yards from the out-of-bounds line near the field goal post, deep back in the end zone. And Coach Doug Charles comes over and gives him a high five. And, man, just what a strong leg that Dobbs has. And another touchback that makes 51 touchbacks on the year on his kicks. And, man, we just been spoiled by that the last 3 years. And Andrew Dobbs, not only a great football player, also an excellent soccer player and a tremendous student in the classroom, just a very well-rounded young man. First and 10 from the 24. Danville. Brown gets a handoff, and nice hold there before he's tackled by Elijah Hammond. Xavier Brown and Mason Moore come up and help a little bit, but Brown there with a nice carry. He got about 7 yards on that one, so it'll be second down and 3 for Danville. Actually give him 8 all the way up to the 28, so second down and 2 going to the sophomore, Demaria Brown. I'm sorry, he's actually a freshman. Wow. So with Caleb Burns out, expect him to get a few more carries. Morse in pistol formation. 2 wide receivers up top, 2 to the left. Handoff up the middle there, but not much there. LCA does a good job getting penetration there on the line. Going to be no gain on that one. And the handoff there went to Braden Boffman. He's a 5'8 freshman, and LCA got a lot of size on that O-line and that D-line, Brian.
D-line, and they have a knack for the ball. These boys know how to – when they're tackling out there, you call off one guy, but there's 2 or 3 or 4 around them because they just get to the ball. They're fast, they're strong, and they know where the ball's going. Well coached to know where that ball's going.
Johnny Bruce Drakes. Handoff goes to Brown. He's trying to get to the right side, but, man, just nothing there. LCA once again gets in there. Looks like Xavier Brown, Will Nichols, second leading tackler on the year for LCA. Elijah Hammond, a senior. Nichols just a junior, but just not much happening there. Not a lot of room for him to work. Ethan Lunsford doing a good job there on that D-line, too. 5'11", 220 pounds, and that's one of the biggest things, Brian, that I've noticed over the past few years. You had a son, Caleb, was an outstanding linebacker, led the Eagles in tackles, one of the all-time top 5 tacklers in LCA history, but a lot bigger on the O-line and D-line.
Oh, a lot better. It's one thing we did not have when my son played was that size, and the size is here for sure.
They get the punt off. A lot of good pressure by LCA. They just about got that one, too, but punt lands about the 44-yard line, is down. Takes a bounce backwards, unfortunately, to the 43. So LCA is going to have outstanding field position on their second offensive possession of the game. The Eagles will be first and 10 from the Danville 43-yard line. 6 minutes and 5 seconds left in the opening quarter. LCA on leading 7-0. We want to welcome our radio audience. We are on PrepSpin.com tonight and Lexington Christian Academy Athletics Facebook page. We're glad that our radio audience can now join us with us. They moved the kickoff up from 7:30 to 7. Kentucky High School Athletic Association moved up some games to 7, but Mason Moore, the pass deep down the right sideline to Xavier Brown. I didn't know if it was possible to overthrow the speedster Xavier Brown, but, man, Mason Moore showing not only can I catch the ball, and also I'm a great defensive player who will be playing on Saturdays at Miami of Ohio, but showing he can throw the rock a little bit there.
He had a nice pass on that. Overthrew him, about 5 yards or something, and Xavier gave it all he got to try to get to it, but just a little too far.
Well, Oakley Hawkins wanting to give defensive coordinators that'll be facing the Eagles if they are able to win tonight. Just lots of different looks they have to prepare for there. So Moore came around from his wide receiver position, took a handoff, and then threw it deep down the right side to Xavier Brown, but not able to complete. This time they faked the handoff to Brown, little pass out to Selby, and he catches that to 30 and takes a couple guys down and just runs over before he's finally brought down about the 15-yard line. But Jeffrey Shelby, the senior, man, what a load he is to bring down.
Looks like a tank running on that field. I'll tell you, Drew Nevis is playing really smart at quarterback. He's making good decisions. Earlier on that 1-3rd down, he could have easily tried to make something foolish, held it out, stepped out of bounds. There's a good decision on his pass. Smart young man at quarterback. That helps a lot. That's why he's not throwing hardly interceptions this year.
Yeah, great ratio. 19 touchdowns, only 1 interception for Nevis. Nevis in pistol formation. Hands it off to Jeremiah Riffle, the outstanding junior. He's sweeping around that left-hand corner. Looks like he's going to take it in. Touchdown, LCA. Jeremiah Riffle with the 18-yard touchdown run. And Riffle had been out the last couple games with an injury, but he's back, and he scores his 9th touchdown of the year. He's another one of those guys, Brian, when he gets the ball, it's almost a first down.
Yeah, you got your top 3 running backs averaging 9 yards or more per carry. What do? You take one out, and the defense goes, now what am I going to do with this next guy? It's this next man up, and they can all run. You think about Xavier Brown having 105 yards a game. He could have 200, but they share the ball around with 3 great running backs.
Extra point attempt is good by Dobbs. Mason Moore on the hold, doing so many things for this outstanding Eagles team. It makes it 14-0 LCA with 5:21 left in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Greg Horn. Alongside me on color commentary is Brian Bolton. I want to thank Ave being on camera tonight, doing a great job. And I want to thank Ron White, our producer, back in studio on the radio. Good to have Ron back again for our second week. He's playoff ready. Was under the weather himself, but he's been back, and he is ready for playoffs. He wants a state championship ring this year, as all the Eagles fans do. LCA has home field advantage all the way throughout the playoffs, and hopefully they will be playing again next week, and the winner will be determined here now if you get out of the district play based, I believe, on RPI. So good chance if LCA is able to win. We'll look at possibilities of some teams they might play in the second half if they can get the game in control. They have been fortunate to have running clock the last, I believe it's 5 games, so we'll see what happens here, though. A lot of football left, and unfortunately, Danville senior Caleb Burns got injured early in the game. That's a big loss for the Admirals. Dobbs with his 3rd kickoff of the night. This one's going to hit about the 3-yard line, rolls in, so 3 for 3 on touchbacks tonight, Mr. Dobbs. Danville will come out and see what they can do. This will be their...
This is an important drive for Danville. They got to put something together as this can get away from them real fast. LCA's averaging over 46 points a game, holding their opponents to 10. If they don't get something moving right now, we may get to running clock real fast again.
Well, Danville averages 26 points a game, so they score some points. It's not that they struggle with that, but with Caleb Burns being hurt, that may be a little bit more challenging. Last week they beat Somerset 21-7. Morris takes it, tries to pass it out to the left side. It is complete. Not much of a gain there, but he was able to get the pass out complete to Ryan Clarkson, a 5'7" senior, but LCA with good coverage and, well, got 4 on it. Got a little more than I thought. I thought it was only going to be about 3, but he got a good 4 there, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Danville from the 24-yard line. Clock moving, 4:54 left in the first quarter. LCA leading 14-0 over the visitors from Danville in 2nd-round Class 2 playoff action. This time Moore's pass is complete again to Clarkson. Mason Moore comes up and wraps him up, but he's going to be close to a first down, Brian.
Yeah, they see what they need to do. The run's not working for them at all, so they do a quick hit to the right. Now they come back and quick hit to the left. That might work for a little while until LCA maybe smarts up and catches onto it, but they're moving the football a little bit the last 2 plays.
And that is enough for the first down, so they go to Clarkson on a couple of passes there. And Clarkson only came into the game with 4 pass receptions on the year, but obviously you got to try to find some new guys to step up when you play a team like LCA. But 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for Danville. This time on the handoff to Brown, and he's got a little bit of a hole there, but, man, it closed up quick for a lot of LCA Eagles jumped in on there, but he got up to about the 35-yard line.
And that is one of the better runs of the night. But when you have the pass to the right, pass to the left, it starts to open it up. Maybe they'll be able to hit a couple of runs like that even.
Will Nichols and Jeffrey Selby, the number 1 tackler for LCA, Selby. Nichols, number 2. Both those guys in on that tackle, so no surprise. So maybe a gain of 1 on that one, so make it 3rd down and 5 for Danville from their 35-yard line. And I agree with you, Brian. This is a big series, a big 3rd down here for Danville. Morris takes the snap, pass out the left side. It's intercepted by Mason Moore. He may take this one to the house. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LCA. Mason Moore with his 4th interception of the year takes it all the way in for the touchdown, and the Eagles go up 20-0.
Mason Moore saw them do the quick hit to the right, the quick hit to the left, and he was waiting for it to come back. Smart defensive player there because he was waiting on that play. He was ready for it.
What a just phenomenal senior year. Mason Moore is going to be playing at Miami of Ohio next year, and now he's getting ready to hold the extra point. Done a great job with that this year. I take that back. That was his third interception of the year, but that is his second pick six of the year. So Mason Moore, I tell you, that's one of the things Brian, Matt Leo, and I talk about the last few weeks. He is signed to play as a defensive back, and obviously you just saw in that he can really do it well, but he's the leading wide receiver on the undefeated team in the state, has the highest RPI. So if you're the leading wide receiver on there, you're averaging almost 20 yards a catch, then, actually 22 yards a catch. I apologize, I undersold him with 8 touchdowns. It's going to be interesting to see where he plays for Miami of Ohio next year, on offense or defense.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure the coaches at Miami, Ohio are looking at him going, we can use him in a lot of spots. Where's our need? He's an athlete. And beyond that, he's smart. He understands the game of football. He has that football IQ. Makes a big difference.
Well, we're going to give a shout-out to Sherry Matherly, who listens faithfully, says Mason Moore is her favorite player, and he is an awesome player. So LCA leading 21-0, 3:23 left in the opening quarter. I'm Greg Horn, Brian Bolton on color commentary. Got Ave on camera tonight on PrepSpin.com and Lexington Christian Academy Athletics Facebook. Ron White, our producer, back in the studio on the radio. Ball is fielded about the 5-yard line by Clarkson. He's trying to get around that right side, cuts up the middle, and nice return there. A lot of speed, and good job. All the way up to about the 25-yard line for Clarkson, so showing a lot of good speed there, and he had a couple of pass completions, or receptions, should I say, on the last series, and now back there fielding kickoffs with Caleb Burns, the outstanding senior, unfortunately injured, but Danville trying to, they got a first down last time, got some momentum, unfortunately, the pick six, but at least they showed they could do a little bit of movement with the ball there on offense.
If they're averaging 26 points a game, we know they know how to move the football. They're just up against a very strong defense tonight.
Morse going back to pass. He's got time now. All of a sudden he tucks it. He's going to have to run. He scrambles out, and he's able to get a few yards, but not much there. Tyler Morris putting a lot of pressure on him. And
there's a flag on the field down there in the backfield.
And Johnny Bruce Drake in on the tackle also, so holding on Danville. So that's going to negate about a 3-yard gain there by Morris, and just extremely frustrating there. And get a little positive yardage and the good old dirty laundry. So, but I can't blame those Danville O-linemen, because LCA loves to bring the heat. And speaking of bringing the heat, man, this weather's gotten cold quickly. If you need your heat looked at, contact Herbie McGahee and the team at Air Control, serving Lexington since 1971. Air Control is Lexington's premier heating and air conditioning company. To contact them, check them out online at aircontrolco.com. That's aircontrolco.com. That's going to move it all the way back to the Danville 14-yard line. This time handoff to Brown. He goes up the middle, and there's not much there.
LCA's interior line is just eating up the offensive line of Danville tonight, and they're only allowing a yard here and a yard there, if a yard.
Yeah, there's just so many good players on this defense team. Chance McGahee, a senior, another guy's having an outstanding year. Johnny Bruce Drake always around the ball. He's on the nose tackle and does a great job creating havoc there right in the middle of that line. But Elijah Hammond, Chance McGahee, those guys doing a great job. Need them to have big games here in the playoffs as the LCA tries to get to Kroger Field again. This time Morris takes the snap, rolls out to his right, getting some pressure, trying to throw to the right sideline, trying to hit Clarkson, but LCA all over him. Parker Cheney and Mason Moore were all over him just like a blanket, and good thing it was thrown out of bounds, because that could have been intercepted. And on that one there, Morris was running for his life, Brian.
Running for his life is one way to say it, that is for sure.
So that'll stop the clock with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Lexington Christian Academy leading Danville 21-0. Got a cold night here for football. We've got some fans, more than I thought we would here for a cold night, but Danville's got some fans across the way, but we're glad that you are listening or watching with us tonight. Morrison pistol formations, got Brown to his left. He takes a snap. He's getting some pressure. He's going to lower his head, try to run it, but He's going to brought down for a loss. Chance McGahee got him initially, then Tyler Morris helped finish him off. So just a tough time for Morris. He had just a brief moment there to maybe find something, but man, that pocket collapsed quickly, and he tried to get out of there, but Chance McGahee and Tyler Morse were on him quickly, so that's going to make it 4th down and 20 for Danville. So they're going to have to punt again. It'll be the 4th time tonight. Punter's back about the 3-yard line. LCA's almost blocked the first two, and they got good pressure but didn't get it. And nice punt by the young man. Takes a great Danville bounce. Hit at the 42-yard line of Danville. Rode all the way down to the LCA 44-yard line. So outstanding punt there by Danville, and was able to get a big-time roll. It's by Keegan Wilcher on the punt there. So LCA will have it for the 4th time offensively tonight. See what the Eagles can do. 1st and 10. Clock, 1:06 left in the opening quarter. See what Oakley Watkins, offensive coordinators, got dialed up. Davis under center. You don't see that very often. Moore goes in motion to the left. Xavier Brown, long running back. Selby in the slot to the right. Since has Selby step back in front of Brown. Usually means a run, but they faked it to Brown. And then Nevis on the quarterback keeper. He rolled out to his left, spins, and wow, showing how nimble he is on his feet. Nevis, I thought, was going to be tackled for about a 1-yard game. Then he spun and got about 5 more yards out of that. And we know he's a great thrower, 19 touchdowns, like 1 interception, but also Nevis is a threat with his feet, Brian.
He looked like his older brother, did he not, right there?
Logan Nevis, outstanding quarterback in his own right for a couple years for the Eagles. This time they fake it again to Brown. Nevis rolls out to his right. He's going to keep it. He's at midfield, 45, where he is tripped up there. He could have had a really big game, but going to get to about the 40-yard line, so it's going to be enough for another 1st down for the Eagles. Tackled there by Danville's Braden Boffman. Sure what the delay is. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I missed the yellow laundry. They picked it up quickly. I didn't see it, but holding on LCA, so that's going to negate that 1st down run by Drew Nevis, and it's going to move it back to midfield. But, you know, a lot of quarterbacks, obviously, you don't want them to get hit, Brian, but Nevis, from talking with the coaching staff, he's one of those guys, he kind of likes to get a little contact, kind of gets his juices flowing, gets his nerves to settle down.
Some of those players are like that. They've got to get hit a few times to get themselves in the rhythm of the game, and they just love to play that way. But you are right. You don't want to lose your quarterback.
Telling him to kind of pick and choose when he does run, but 2nd down and 5 for LC from midfield. They fake it to Emerson, and Nevis is going to be sacked, man. It's only the 3rd time this year. Great job by Danville. They came with a blitz by Richard Norris, and they sacked Nevis. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards. And like I said, that's the only 3rd time that's happened this year, but that's going to be the final play of the 1st quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute break, send it back to the station. Your score at the end of the 1st quarter in 2nd-round playoffs, Lexington Christian Academy 21, Danville 0. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM WJMM.
Day. For the latest information about your options for banking services and resources, visit us at centralbank.com. Central Bank. Central to you. Member FDIC.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally. We are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich, because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Welcome back to Lexington Christian County High School football. I'm Greg Horn alongside me, Brian Bolton. Nevis takes the snap. Little bubble screen there to Parker Cheney, but wow, great job there by Danville's defense as Braden Boffman upends him quickly, and going to be no gain on that one there, and that's going to make it 4th down and 4th and 9 for LCA. Parker Cheney, an outstanding sophomore guy that next year should get a lot of touches on offense after some of these 16 seniors graduate. What an outstanding senior class they have. LCA going to go for it, 4th and 9 from their own 46-yard line as we start the second quarter here. 11:21 left here in the second. Selby goes in motion. Neva's looking to pass, lots of time. He's got a lot of room, so he's going to run and he's going to have enough for a first down. He just slides wisely and gets enough for the first down to the 45-yard line. Need to get to the 46 of Danville. A lot of maturity and wisdom there by Nevis on that play, Brian.
There was. What confidence your coaches have on your team to say it's 4th and 9 and let's go for it. They're thinking either we're going to get this, if not our defense has held Danville to no offense, basically, so why not try it? Impressive.
This time LCA 4 wide receivers up top on the right. Nevis by himself in the backfield takes the snap, looking to pass. They set up a little delayed screen to Selby there in the middle of the O-line there, but not much happening there. Maybe get one on that. Good job there. Danville right on top of that. And fortunately, we don't have a 23 on our roster that we were given for Danville, so we apologize to that young man. A good tackle by him.
They had that read out well.
They did. They were not fooled by that one. So 2nd down and 9. Nevis takes the snap. This time hands it off to Xavier Brown. He's trying to get off that left side there. Runs behind that big tackle. Gets all the way down to about the 34-yard line. But, man, that O-line on that left side with Anthony Johns, Carter Gillespie, Luke Hall at center. Gillespie and Johns opened a nice little hole there, and Brown got the 9 yards there that needed for a first down and make it 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 34-yard line. Anthony Johns will be playing on Saturdays at Eastern Kentucky University. He's going to be a colonel, and Grant Vaught, actually another O-lineman, made a visit to EKU last weekend with Anthony Johns, and Grant Vaught will be playing on Saturdays somewhere too, so lots of Eagle seniors going to be playing on Saturdays. Jeremiah Riffle with a handoff. He's trying to get around that right side, fights off a Danville defender, but good pursuit by the rest of the Admirals defense, and Riffle not able to shake loose. Might get a gain of about 1, but good to have Jeremiah Riffle back. He had been out for a couple of games, and he's back now, and he's at one of those threats, as Brian Bolton was talking about, one of those guys that averages almost a first down every time he carries at 9.8. So in my math, if it's 0.8, you round it up to 10 yards. He's got 8 touchdowns and just a junior, an exciting player.
It's exciting for LCA to know they have him coming back next year.
2nd down and 9, Nevis pistol formation. He's got Frankie Knight to his left, fakes a pitch to him, getting a little bit of pressure, and he's going to be brought down. He's going to be sacked. So Danville getting some good pressure. Don't see this very often. Justice Turner, the junior, with the sack of Nevis, and that's a 2nd quarterback sack. LCA only had allowed 2 quarterback sacks coming into this game. The previous one, Nevis did lose his footing some, but still counted as a sack, and not used to seeing that. Like I said, we've seen it twice tonight and only seen it 2 times in the previous 11 games, but that's going to make it 3rd down and 15 for LCA. Clock moving, 8:14 left in the second quarter. LCA leading 21-0. Make sure you stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by Asbury University. Check out all they have to offer both traditional and non-traditional students at asbury.edu. Trying to set up a delayed screen to Parker Cheney, but fortunate for the Eagles, pass just a little bit high because Danville had great penetration.
Yeah, Jeremiah Brown, he read that one. He could have been gone for a pick 6 on it, went through his hands. He was right there for it. That's one thing you're picking up on here. Even though Danville's losing, they're getting some good pressure, but also their cornerbacks are covering us pretty well, which is helping. That's why they probably got 2 sacks tonight.
So LCA on 4th down, going to go for it again. 4th and 16 from the Danville 40-yard line. Nevis pistol formation by himself, does a little pooch kick, and it's going to hit about the 10-yard line, and LCA could not get to it, man. Tremendous hustle there. I believe that Xavier Brown, man, he dived at the 1-yard line, tried to tip it back in, but unfortunately was not able to get it. He hit it, but his foot was on the end line, but tremendous effort by Xavier Brown, and Virginia's going to be getting a great football player and a great young man next year. The Cavaliers, that kind of effort on special teams, but LCA has to kick it, and don't see that very often. But I tell you, I have to give Nevis credit when he does have to do a little pooch kick like that. Does a really good job. He's averaged 30 yards on those. That was his 6th one of the year. So it's a nice weapon there for LCA to have. But Danville's going to get it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 7:51 left till halftime. LCA leading Danville 21-0. Pass middle complete to Crawford, and fortunately for LCA, he fell down at the 49-yard line of Danville, or it would have been interesting to see because he has got tremendous speed. And in fact, in the first game on the opening play against LCA and Danville when they played, 36 seconds into the game, a 50-yard touchdown completion from Morse to Crawford, and so they know he's a threat. In fact, LCA coaches told me that Crawford might be the fastest player that we've played against all year, Brian.
Well, I thought Crawford was gone. He caught that. He had the gap. We got lucky. He tripped on a shoestring.
1st and 10 for Danville from their own 48-yard line. Morse takes the pass, trying to set up a screen, but he's just going to have to throw it away because LCA totally had that screen sniffed out. LCA wanting an intentional grounding. I believe he had a receiver in the area, but so wise play there by the senior Morse at quarterback to just eat that one, get rid of it, because it would have been a sack for a big, big loss. Danville finally getting some momentum going. 7:15 left. The clock stops on that incompletion. Morse in the pistol. He's got Brown to his right. Crawford up top to the right. Clarkson in the slot. Lots of pressure there, but Morse over the middle trying to hit Clarkson there, but man, he had to get rid of it quick because Tyler Morse was just about ready to lay the wood to Morse, and got to give Morse a lot of credit, Brian. He stood in the pocket there because he knew he was about ready to get hit.
He stood in there. He knew he was going to get hit. Probably why he overthrew it. He got a little rushed on it.
I want to thank Chad Tyndall with Edward Jones for being a sponsor of LCA football. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. If you need help with your retirement needs and think they deserve more attention, contact Chad Tyndall with Edward Jones. You can find him online at edwardjones.com. Click on the state of Kentucky and Chad Tyndall, your Central Kentucky representative with Edward Jones. 3rd down and 10. Morris takes a snap. Pass over the middle is complete to Crawford, and he is going to be a little short of the 1st down, about the 45-yard line, for he's brought down by Parker Cheney, Elijah Hammond there to help out too, but just a little bit short. But I think if you're down, you go for this, Brian. It's going to be about 4th and 2.
If I was out there, I'd be going for it. Crawford, I think he may have had a 1st down. He took a step backward to try to get around another guy. He went back another yard or two and lost it. It would have been close. Been real close. They are going for it.
So 4th and 2 from the Danville 45-yard line. Morse takes the pitch, goes to the left side, and not going to be able to get there. Great job by the LCA defense. The pitch was to Braden Boffman, and Xavier Brown, 20 on 20, gets through there with his outstanding speed. He would not let Boffman get around that corner, and so he's not going to be able to make it. So tough break there for the Admirals as they were in LCA territory, and on 4th and 2, Boffman's going to come up about a yard short. Xavier Brown, we know what a great offensive threat he is, but also showing that he can get it done on the defensive side.
It looked like he had that open, and he closed on it. Xavier Brown closed on it so fast that door was open, and it slammed shut because of Xavier Brown's speed. I thought maybe Danville was going to try to pull a little trick play, maybe a little naked bootleg, something in that area of the field. But LCA, boy, their speed sniffed it out.
So LCA first and 10 from the Danville 45, 6:18 left till halftime. LCA leading 21-0. Nevis takes the snap, but as soon as he gets the snap, we get a whistle, and it's going to be a delay of game on LCA, and that's not going to make head coach Doug Charles happy that you get a delay of game on the initial play out of that. Had plenty of time to get it off there after the loss of downs, but Coach Doug Charles in his third year, 30-4. What a phenomenal job that he has done with his LCA football program. 11-0, undefeated this year. Highest RPI in the state in all classes. Xavier Brown with a handoff, but he is not going to get anything there. Great job by the Danville defense, and we apologize. We don't know who 23 is. We don't have a number on the roster we were given from the KHSAA. So, but, man, he did a great job getting in there and slowing down Xavier Brown, and then he had a lot of help from his teammates. It's going to be a loss on that one of about 5 yards.
That's a very unusual play to see Xavier Brown not get 5 to 10 yards or 12 yards as he averages over 10 yards a carry.
Loss of 2 on that one. I apologize. Forgot about the 5 yards on the delay of game penalty. It's only a loss of about 2 on that one. This time, Frankie Knight comes on the end around, and he's got trying to get around the corner there, but we've got more dirty laundry, and where it was thrown usually means holding, and unfortunately Knight with tremendous speed but could not get around the corner. Danville did a good job defensively, but I'm afraid that this one may be going back 10 more just because of where the flag was thrown, but I hope that I'm wrong. It won't be the first time in 7 seasons of being the voice of the Eagles, but let's see what the actual call is. The clock stops either way with 5:28 left till halftime. Okay, that's I'm surprised they didn't stop the play. They called a legal procedure. So they didn't stop the play, so that'll move it back 5 more yards. So LCA going to have it second down from their own 35-yard line. They've got to get all the way to the Danville 45-yard line, so got to get about 20 yards there to try to get this first down, see what they've got dialed up this time. This time they hand off to big Jay Emerson. He tries to bounce off the right side there, but just not much happening there. Good job by the Danville defense. Lots of Admirals around the ball there. Justice Turner was getting up from the bottom of the pile, but one of the things that you love about this LCA offense, getting almost 300 yards on the ground. And when your son was here and my nephew was playing, it was more kind of an air raid type offense, but a lot more balance now on this year's team.
Well, I think people still think of LCA as being an air raid type offense. Many times people view them as that, but the running game is phenomenal. Now, they've been slowed down here a little bit. Danville's waking up on defense.
You're going to win a championship. Coach Doug Charles has told me numerous times you got to be able to run the ball in the playoffs in November when it gets cold, and they definitely want to do that. This time pass to Mason Moore, and it is complete at the 46-yard line of LCA. Gets a gain of 11 on that one, but still going to need 9 more yards for a first down for LCA. He stepped out of bounds, stops the clock with 4:26 left. So 4th and 9 for LCA from their own 46-yard line. They're going to go for it. He's got Selby next to the right. He's got Xavier Brown, Elijah Hammond up top, Mason Moore, and Frankie Knight to the left. Takes a snap, Nevis does. Looking, he's got plenty of time. Now he can't find somebody. Tries to throw it to Moore, but he just had to get rid of it. So he was getting some good pressure there from Danville's Demaria Brown, and unfortunately LCA is going to come up short on that. So Danville's going to take over in LCA territory, 1st and 10 at their 46-yard line. So if you're Danville's coach Mark Peach, you're telling your guys they got a great opportunity here, Brian, to start off 1st and 10 in LCA territory, 46-yard line, 4:19 left to halftime. Know the Admirals would love to get on the board here.
Well, yeah, they have a great opportunity. We scored 21 in the first quarter, and we haven't put any points on the board. I think Danville's probably developing a little confidence right now. They say we've stopped them. Now let's see if we can put it in, and they're starting at the 46. Let's hope not.
All right, Morris is in pistol formation. He's got Brown to his left. He's got two wide receivers at the top. Corden's at the very top left. Looks like he's trying to find Corden, but Tyler Morris, great pressure, so Morris is going to have to scramble. Elijah Hammond, though, stays after him and gets the sack. So great job of bringing the heat by the LCA defense. Hammond with the sack at the 48-yard line. Loss of about 6 yards on that one, but that all was caused by Tyler Morris getting in there.
He was in there quickly, and then the pursuit of the defense is nonstop. Elijah Hammond and Tyler Morris are just phenomenal defensive players for the LCA there.
Makes it 2nd down and 16. Elijah Hammond's 4th sack of the year. This time on the handoff, goes up the middle there.
Big Selby right there in the middle. Selby gets you in your grip. He's not letting go, is he?
No, you're not getting away from Mr. Selby if he gets his paws on you. And that was Brown, and he gets almost enough for the first down, just going to be about a yard short, so it is going to be 3rd down and 1 from the 47-yard line. Looks like we've got a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break, send it back to the studio to Ron White. With 3:24 left till halftime, LCA leading the visitors from Danville 21-0. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1 FM. Welcome back to Lexington Christian Academy High School football. I'm Greg Horn, Brian Bolton on color commentary. If you're watching on PrepSpin or Lexington Christian Academy Athletics Facebook, Ave is on camera, our producer tonight. Back in the studio for radio producer Ron White. Pass is complete. 1st down for Danville Moore. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown to Maria Brown with a 48-yard touchdown pass. The Admirals get on the board.
Greg, that was a beautiful pass. Beautiful pass by that young man. And great catch and a finish right there.
Brown had only 10 receptions coming into this game, but that was a big one there, and that's his 2nd touchdown reception.
And it seems like maybe LCA's gotten a little sleepy here, would you say, in the 2nd quarter?
Yeah, I think, I believe, like you said, 21 points first quarter. We got this one. We've had running clock 5 games in a row, and now all of a sudden, hey, we got ourselves a game because Wilcher, the kick is up, and it is good. It makes it 21-7. And so the Danville Admirals get on the board. They're averaging 26 points a game, and they have 19 away from getting that tonight. The LCA comes in averaging 48 points a game, and they've got 21. So, but those all came in the first quarter. We've only got 3:15 left till halftime, and want to make sure you stay tuned for the halftime report. Brought to you by Asbury University. Asbury University has created a degree that you can do it all online. If you're trying to look for maybe something, you work full-time, you want to go to school, you can get your degree online. And so I encourage you to look into that opportunity with Asbury University. Just a beautiful, beautiful campus, just about 15 minutes away from Lexington. But if you want to just take a virtual tour first, you can do that. They also have a virtual tour available. It's really good. Check out that at asbury.edu. That's asbury.edu. Also, if you want to listen to a podcast of this game on Monday, Troutman and Napier is our podcast sponsor. They provide legal counsel for all your business needs. They've been taking care of Central Kentucky for 30 years. Let Greg Napier and the team help you with any legal business or personal matters you might need. To find out more about how they can help you, check them out online at troutmannapier.com. That's troutmannapier.com. Frankie Knight receives the kick at the 10-yard line. He's up to the 20, up to 25, up to about the 30-yard line before he is tripped up by Danville's Malachi Arnold. So Frankie Knight, one of the fastest players on LCA, and he is a senior. And, you know, Brian, there's just so many weapons on this team. You don't hear a lot about Frankie Knight, but he's a guy that he can take you to the house anytime.
I thought he was going to break that. Looked like there's a little open gap. Danville closed it down there pretty quickly.
So let's see how LCA responds after Danville gets on the board. 21-7, 3 minutes and 7 seconds left till halftime. Nevis in pistol formation. He's got a full backfield. Xavier Brown goes in motion behind, but they hand it out to big Jay Emerson, and Danville's just doing a great job. That's O-line of LCA has been tremendous this year, but in the second quarter, Danville has controlled the line of scrimmage.
Danville is waking up, and this is an important drive for LCA. Danville had one very earlier. We thought if the LCA scored, you know, it could just start that running clock, but now it's just reversed. LCA needs to show them they can take control of this game.
Clock, 2:30 left till halftime. LCA leading the visitors from Danville 21-7. Class 2A playoff action, second round action. Nevis pistol formation. This time fakes it to Emerson. Pass complete to Mason. Oh, I thought it was complete. It was in Mason Moore's hands, and most of the time that's like Velcro. If it goes in his hands, it's not coming out. But unfortunately, Moore not able to hold on. He would have had a first down, and he had a defender right on him, but I've seen him break tackles like that before and take it to the house, so that's a tough break there for the Eagles.
There was nobody back there. He catches that, there's a chance he was gone, for sure.
So that'll stop the clock with 2:23 left. Mason Moore just having a phenomenal offensive year for the Eagles. 8 touchdown receptions, averaging 22 yards a reception. Also done a great job on the ground, almost 300 yards and 5 touchdowns running. This time a little swing pass out to Mason Moore again, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and he is finally brought down about the 43-yard line. I believe that's Corden Crawford that gets him down, but Moore's going to be close to a first down, and he does. So the extra effort there by Moore got the Eagles the first down, Brian.
I think he got hit, and after he got hit, he gained another 7 yards on that, Greg. If that doesn't show you the strength and the conditioning of the LCA athletes on this team, 7 yards after being hit.
His dad, Marty Moore, is the defensive coordinator and doing a phenomenal job this year with this outstanding Eagles defense. Xavier Brown with the handoff. He's got a big hole to the right. Oh, one guy that tackled him, and that was Corden Crawford. If Crawford didn't get him there, he might have taken that one to the house. Great play there by Corden Crawford and a one-on-one open field tackle on Xavier Brown.
That's how you tackle. Coaches are going to catch that and show that. That's how you tackle. Hit them low, hit them hard, wrap them up.
Xavier Brown, a senior, Crawford a senior this time. Nevis trying to get out to Moore out on the left sideline right in front of the LCA bench, but passed just a little bit too high, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 7 for LCA from their own 44-yard line. Stops the clock with 1:47 left till halftime. LCA has 3 timeouts left, so a lot of time left to get some points. And we've seen this offense strike quickly and long distances. So let's see what the offense has got drawn up here. Offensive coordinator Oakley Watkins does a great job. Evan Wright up on top of the score box telling me what he sees. And then with Doug Charles, this time pass complete to Moore in the middle at midfield. He gets up to about the 44-yard line where he's brought down. And fortunately, one of the Danville defenders that tackled him there, Xavier Brown, a little bit shaken up, so that's going to stop the clock. LCA, if that no-huddle offense was ready to get some more, but good news is Xavier Brown is standing up on his own accord, so that's good. A little shaken up, but it does stop the clock. The officials timeout to check on him. They're still checking on him, but it gives LCA's offense a chance to come over and talk with their coaching staff to get dialed up. LCA leading 21-7. Want to give a shout out to Rain and Lincoln Perkins listening to the Eagles up in Georgetown. Their dad, Luke Perkins, LCA football fans listening tonight while they are camping out. And I'll tell you, separates the boys and girls if you're camping out tonight in this weather, Brian.
I don't think I'd be wanting to camp out. I'm looking for the heater. We're in our booth up here, and there's no heat, and I'm like camping out.
Those Perkins kids, they are tough. They are tough. Well, Brown, they're still looking at him, but he is walking off on his own power, so that is good news. Make sure you stay tuned for our offensive and defensive player of the game. Our offensive player brought to you by Gaddytown. For your child's next birthday party, think about Gaddytown. Also, if you're looking for a great place to grab a quick lunch or watch some college football or NFL football, go check out Gaddytown. Lots of big screen TVs, and on top of the delicious pizza, they also have a salad and pasta bar. So check out Gaddytown. Our defensive player of the game brought to you by Cockrell's. Cockrell's Collision Repair is the place to go when you have that unfortunate fender bender. Locally owned for over 25 years on Eastland Drive in Lexington. Cockrell's will take great care of you. If someone runs into you, run to Cockrell's. Check them out online at cockrellscollision.com. Back to play now. 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 45-yard line. 1:36 left till halftime. Nevis takes the snap, fakes a handoff to Brown, looking to pass deep. Mason Moore, touchdown LCA.
There it is.
Moore runs a post route deep on the left sideline and got behind the Danville defense, and we've seen that play a lot this year. Mason Moore, Nevis to Moore. That is Moore's 9th touchdown reception of the year. Drew Nevis's 20th touchdown pass, and what a great combination that is, Nevis to Moore.
That's a great pass, and he knows he's throwing to someone with very sure hands who's now made 35 receptions on the year for 742 yards. Well, that'll put him close to 800 yards now for tonight, after tonight.
So the 42-yard touchdown pass to Mason Moore, and the Eagles go on top 28-7. The ironic part, Brian, when these teams played back on October 27th, your score at halftime was
21-7.
28-7.
28-7. There it is. I missed it.
So 28-7. Now obviously Danville could still score. Only a minute 26 left, but they got 2 of their timeouts. It says 3, but I thought they had called one in the first quarter actually, but I may be wrong. So maybe they do have all 3, but. They can strike with Corden Crawford. That young man, he is a speed burner. So he could take it to the house at any time in the game. But LCA does respond after Danville responds. And 28-7 the Eagles, 1:26 left till halftime. Make sure you stay tuned for the halftime report. Brought to you by Asbury University. Check out all they have to offer, both traditional and non-traditional students, at asbury.edu. That's asbury.edu. This time Clarkson tries to actually field it right at the end zone, but his back foot, his momentum carried him into the end zone. That causes an automatic touchback in high school football. So Danville will start it out the 20-yard line, but I think Clarkson, after that nice return on the previous kickoff, thought, let me see what I can do.
He was ready to go for it.
Well, he is a speed burner. He's a senior. Unfortunately, Caleb Burns, the outstanding running back, the senior for Danville, got hurt early in this first quarter, actually on a defensive tackle. Most of the Danville players are playing 2 ways. Not a lot of depth on their roster this year, unfortunately. Some injuries and transfers, but the snap, Moore's not quite ready for it. Not good communication there. He just has to fall on the ground on it because Tyler Morris and Johnny Bruce Drake were on him quickly, but he was already just had to get on top of the ball, so it wouldn't have mattered, automatically down if your knee touches. And so that's going to make it a loss of about 5 yards, makes it 2nd down and 15. Coach Doug Charles and the Eagles smelling hey, if we could get a 3 and out and get this ball back with a kicker like Dobbs, or you possibly get a field goal, would like to increase this 28-7 lead before halftime.
Yeah, he called that timeout quick. He didn't let any time burn off the clock. He's ready to score again. But that does take LCA down just to 1 timeout, so they can stop the clock one more time here.
So it'll make it 2nd and 15 for Danville from their 15-yard line. Danville 8-4 on the year. Last week they played Danville played Somerset. Danville did. They hosted them in first-round playoff action. They won 21-7. The week before that, last regular season game, they beat Whitley County 47-28. So Danville's had some success this year, averaging 26 points a game. They scored last offensive possession they had, so trying to see if they can get some more points on the board before halftime. But
there's a fumble.
Time. This time on the handoff between Morris and Brown, it just did not go well, and it's a fumbled again. Morris falls on it, but all the way back to about the 9-yard line. So back-to-back bad interchanges, one between the center and the quarterback, this time between the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah, and LCA stopped and called a quick timeout here again, so they'll run a play, and we'll get at the ball with less than a minute left, but maybe 40 seconds approximately, and who knows what we could do with it. Trying to punch it in there one more time.
3rd and 22 make it 3rd and 21 for Danville. They've got the ball at their 9-yard line. Got to get all the way up to the 30-yard line. LCA leading 28-7. I'm Greg Horn. Alongside me on color commentary is Brian Bolton. If you're watching on PrepSpin or on Facebook, we got Ave doing a phenomenal job on camera. Our producer at the radio station, Mr. Reliable, the man, the myth, the legend, Ron White. Appreciate their help. Glad you joined us here. Cold night for football, but what else do you expect as you get into mid-November? Thankfully, no rain. Field looks great, a little brown, but they did a great job. Got some blue hash marks there. They came out and did a good job on the field this morning, getting it looking good, striped. Morris in pistol formation. Hands it off, but unfortunately Boffman just could not keep his footing and started slipping. And then Will Bivens, outstanding sophomore, and who else but Mr. Selby, always around the ball, tackle him. Maybe a gain of 1 on that one. 2, see where they put it. They're going to give him 3. A little generous, I think, but hey, it's okay. So that's going to make it 4th and 18 for Danville from their own 12-yard line. Wilcher will be standing at the goal line, and he's going to wait as long as he can before he punts this as the clock's moving. 45 seconds left. LCA out of timeouts. Evan Brown back at the 45-yard line of Danville waiting to receive it, but I tell you, LCA's almost blocked 4 of these punts. Be interesting to see, and a little bit surprisingly, but now Danville calls timeout.
Yeah, they've almost blocked 4 of them, and then along with that, their punters maybe struggled a little bit tonight. Hasn't got a lot of distance, so I'd anticipate us getting us on their side of the field, and Coach knows that. And 26 seconds, and our scoring offense, we could punch it in there one more time.
Well, good news for Danville, Keegan Wilcher is a senior, so he's been in a lot of big games and seen a lot of tough situations. But I tell you, they get much tougher when you're standing on the back end line of your goal line.
Yeah, and you know the pressure's coming right now, right?
No doubt about it. LCA will bring the house. So special teams, something they take a lot of pride in at LCA, and I really believe they want to try to get one. As I said, a blocked punt as they came so close earlier. And I apologize, 16-8, that's 6 and 8. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell. It's actually Mason Moore back about the 40-yard line of Danville for receiving. I thought it was Evan Brown, but Wilcher, though, does a good job getting this one off. But Moore's going to have a chance to field. He gets it at 50-yard line, but loses his footing. Tough break for LCA as he could easily got at least 10 more yards, but obviously all that rain yesterday, and we're starting to see a little bit of spitting of rain here now. It's a little sprinkle, nothing much, but
it could have been that dancing in the time out there as the music was playing. Mason Moore was going back to receive. He was showing us his moves, his little dancing moves. I think maybe his dancing just kind of got too excited on that grass out there.
Tough break there for the Eagles. You got to find a sense of humor because I know he is frustrated on that. But he was shaking and baking a little bit there waiting on that. But 24 seconds left till halftime. 1st and 10 for LCA from their own 48-yard line. Nate Barnhart checks into the game at the slot. Mason Moore, wide receiver left position. Nevis pass, hit the Brown, man, you don't see him drop many, and he would have had a first down and at the 35-yard line. The only good part of that is it does stop the clock, but don't see Xavier Brown drop many, and that's a drop from him and one Mason Moore in the first half. You can count the number of times on one hand I've seen that this year.
And what do they say? You've got to catch the ball before you take off with the ball. He was thinking, I'm taking off, and let's see how far I can get. Got to catch it first, young man.
Xavier Brown can definitely get that yak going, that yards after the catch, and he's got 5 touchdown It's off of pass receptions this year. Was looking to get number 6. This time Nevis rolls out to his right. He's got time. Now he's starting to get a little pressure and throws it over to the sideline, and it is incomplete. Was trying to hit Brown. Was close to the first down, but not much there. It only leaves 11 seconds left. So, unfortunately, LCA 0 for 2 so far in the first 2 pass attempts of this drive here right before halftime. And see an umbrella go up as it is sprinkling just a little bit. Ave, can you confirm that? You stuck your hand out there? We got a little rain?
I think it is a little bit.
Got a little bit. Ave, our videographer tonight, so appreciate his help. Nevis takes the snap, looking to pass, tries to get it to Moore, but led him just a little too much, and that was good because he was well covered by Crawford, and then Brown was coming up too, so it will stop the clock. That's going to be 4th down, 7 seconds left, so don't know if LCA will maybe – they're obviously going to go for it, so – and Nevis may do a pooch kick. I shouldn't say that obviously because last time they did do a pooch kick, and he has done 5 of those this year, averaging a little over 30 yards, so it's a pretty effective weapon. But 3 wide receivers up top, 2 to the left. Nevis takes a snap. He is going to look and try to throw it deep down the middle of the field, and lots of good coverage there by Danville. Xavier Brown trying to go up and get it, but that is going to be the last play of the half, so going to finish a half. Kind of interesting part. About 3 weeks ago on October 22nd, these 2 teams were playing, and it was 28-7 at halftime then, and it is 28-7 again at halftime here. So what a half there by the Eagles. They were up 21-0 in the first quarter, and the second quarter kind of stalled out a little bit, Brian, but 28-7 at halftime. That's what it was last time. So if you could double that to end the game, that'd be 56-14. So you would take that, but at the same time, LCA kind of seemed to stall out offensively there in the second quarter.
Yeah, it just seemed like they're a confident group of young men. Obviously, so when you put people on running clocks, and I think they got up 21-0 and thought, well, this is going to be easy. And Danville said, not so quick here, so let's give us a little bit of game. It'll be interesting third quarter if we don't just blow it back open and get to that running clock. But Danville's playing tough. They're just a little bit outmanned. I mean, they have less players on their side of the field. We know they're a powerhouse. They have been in the past. Maybe this is just an off year or so as a rebuild, but 8-4 record, averaging 26 points a game. That's nothing to, that's not too shoddy for sure. But, yeah, I expect maybe they'll come out and still give us a good half.
All right, well, we're going to take a short break, and then we will come back with your halftime program, with halftime statistics brought to you by Asbury University. So we're glad that you're listening to us at Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM. Your score at halftime, Lexington Christian Academy 28, the Admirals of Danville 7. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM. WJMM.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
With roots dating back to 1946, Central Bank remains a community bank dedicated to serving the people and businesses of Kentucky. We're here, as always, with customer service and support, as well as online and mobile banking services available 24 hours a day. For the latest information about your options for banking services and resources, visit us at centralbank.com. Central Bank, central to you. Member FDIC.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally. We are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich, because on a sandwich they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
With roots dating back to 1946, Central Bank remains a community bank dedicated to serving the people and businesses of Kentucky. We're here, as always, with customer service and support, as well as online and mobile banking services available 24 hours a day. For the latest information about your options for banking services and resources, visit us at centralbank.com. Central Bank, central to you. Member FDIC.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally. We are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich, because on a sandwich they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
Head coach Mark Peach at Danville, you got to be really happy about that. LCA averaging 6.2 yards per play, and Danville adding 4.7 yards per carry. So Danville's made a lot of progress. Expect that LCA defense, they have a lot of pride that they'll look to shut down the Eagles or the Admirals in the second half, and they want to get that offense cranked up in the second half. First downs, LCA 10, Danville had 5. Third down conversions, Danville 1 for 6, LCA 4 for 7. And then on fourth down conversions, both teams were 0 for 1. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll send it back to the studio, and we'll be back with some individual statistics here in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football second-round playoff action. The Eagles of LCA hosting Danville. LCA leading at halftime, 28-7. Your halftime report brought to you by Asbury University. Check out all they have to offer at asbury.edu. That's asbury.edu. We'll be right back after the short break on WJMM.
With roots dating back to 1946, Central Bank remains a community bank dedicated to serving the people and businesses of Kentucky. We're here, as always, with customer service and support, as well as online and mobile banking services available 24 hours a day. For the latest information about your options for banking services and resources, visit us at centralbank.com. Central Bank, central to you. Member FDIC.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally. We are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich, because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's. Jalen Dunn won, Malachi Arnold won, and Andre Bryant won. Offensively for receiving, Demaria Brown had 3 receptions for Danville for 60 yards. Corden Crawford 2 for 35. Caleb Burns 1 for 10, and Ryan Clarkson 1 for 5. Rushing on the ground, Demaria Brown had 5 carries for 18 yards, and Braden Boffman had 3 carries for 4 yards.
And that leads it on the rushing side. Passing-wise, Brady Morse, the senior quarterback for Danville, had 7 completions on 13 attempts for 110 yards, had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And so that is your individual statistics. We've got about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left till we start this second half. We're going to take our final break, so get your popcorn and your drink ready, and we'll have second half action here in 2 minutes and a half. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1 FM. Your halftime score, LCA 28, Danville 7. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1 FM, WJMM. Welcome back to Lexington Christian Academy High School football. I'm Greg Horn. Alongside me, Brian Bolton. If you're watching on PrepSpin, I want to thank Abe for being our videographer tonight. Ron White's our producer back at the WJMM radio studios. I always appreciate Ron. And Ron, be glad you're back to the radio station. It's nice and warm there. Cool here tonight. We've got the window open in the press box so we can have a good, clear picture for our video audience. And it has gotten cool, and it started raining some, so it's cold and wet. Not a good combination, but we are ready for second half football. LCA leading 28-7 over the visitors from Danville in second round Class 2A playoff football. LCA will get the ball to start the half. Kickoff goes to back. Unfortunately, Frankie Knight could not get a hold of that wet ball probably, and has to just take a touchback on that. And hate that for that young man, the outstanding senior, because when he touches the ball with his speed, he can take it to the house at any time. But that'll make it 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 20-yard line. So, Brian, I would think that this offense would like to get this thing in the end zone and get some momentum going here to start this third quarter.
I would think so, and I think that the offensive line probably heard a little chewing from the coaches to wake up and let's block here so we can get the ball moving again.
LCA averaging almost 300 yards a game on the ground. See if they try to establish that run here with the weather being away. It might be a little better. Xavier Brown, big hole up the middle there. He's going to have enough for a first down as he keeps running right behind Carter Gillespie. Great job there, big Luke Hall. There was a big hole there in the middle, and Brown gets all the way up to the 36-yard line. That'll be a first down for LCA, and that's what we're used to seeing this year from that LCA O-line and from Xavier Brown, averaging 12 yards a carry, but actually only averaged 6.5 in the first half. So, but that's more what we're used to seeing here this year. See what the Eagles have dialed up here on 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Davis, they hand it off to Jeremiah Riffle this time. He's trying to get around that right side, and he's going to get up 45, 50, where he is finally knocked out of bounds by Corden Crawford about the 48-yard line. So back-to-back runs, back-to-back first downs for LCA.
Yeah, the coaches are getting back to the basics, and they're going to just manpower this right now and establish the line again. Wait, has there been a piece of laundry on their field down there? Bringing us back, it looks like.
Oh, goodness.
A hold. That hurts.
That really does hurt. There's a great run there by Jeremiah Riffle, and that's the two things, obviously, that LCA, because of so much talent and worked so hard, and penalties and turnovers, and turnover-free in the first half, but a little bit of dirty laundry, not a lot. They've done a great job improving that lately, but unfortunately, that negates a big first down run by Jeremiah Riffle and puts it all the way back to the LCA 22-yard line. So it's going to make it first down and 23 for the Eagles. I'm sorry, first down and 18 from their 23. This time Brown he's trying to bounce off the left side there. He cuts in between two tackles. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. He's at 40. He's only got one man to beat. He's not going to get him. 10-5, touchdown. Xavier Brown, 77 yards to the house.
There's the speed of Xavier Brown. There was two guys had a chance, and he saw them out of his side view, and he said, "You're not catching me." There was no way. Wow. He hit that hole, and they weren't going to get him on that one, Greg.
That is his second touchdown run of the night. He had over 1,000 yards coming into this game, and 1,051 to be exact, and he's going to be getting close to 1,200 if he can get another run or two, because he just took that one 73 yards to the house. I'm sorry, 77 yards to the house. Extra point by Dobbs is up and good, and that makes it 35-7. So Xavier Brown showing why he'll be playing on Saturdays at Virginia, the University of Virginia, in ACC, playing big-time Power 5 football. Also has been nominated as a Kentucky Gatorade Football High School Player of the Year. And unfortunately, Brian, for Xavier, because he's such a selfless team guy, and because LCA's had so many running clocks in the second half, his statistics won't look as impressive, but what he has done with the amount of touches he's got, when you're averaging 12.5 yards a carry and you've got 15 touchdowns and you've only got 90 rushing attempts, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was noticing that today, Greg. I looked up some of the 2A stats just to see where LCA guys rank. I thought we'd have guys ranking 1, 2, and 3. Most of them are around 8, 10, 12, even 15, because there's so much talent and they share the talent across the field. Xavier Brown, then, maybe he's not the top rusher. He could be the top rusher if he's our only running back for sure.
Yeah, and these guys aren't playing at all in the first quarter, and maybe just the opening possession in the third quarter. So, Dobbs, the kick hit about the 2-yard line and hung a left. And if it could have went straight, it would have rolled in for another touchback. We'd seen 5 of those already tonight, but unfortunately, it did go out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Did not get a kind roll, and so Danville will start off with a little better offensive field position than they have been used to having tonight. So they will start off 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Lexington Christian Academy 35, Danville 7 in Class 2A second-round playoff football. Morris, the senior quarterback, back in. He's got Brown to his left. He's got Crawford up top. Clarkson to the right. Hands it off to Brown. He tries to bounce off the left side there. Has a little bit of a hole there and does a good job, man. Just turning those legs. Tyler Moore's got on him, but he just kept dragging Tyler, and he got about 7 yards there. So Brown, even though he's just a freshman, got a lot of leg strength.
That was a good little run to start off this drive for them. Picking up, 6 yards? Almost 7 yards on that carry?
Yeah, we're going to give him 6, it looks like. His knee just to hit down a little bit closer than I thought. So that'll make it 2nd down and 4 from Danville from their own 42-yard line. Make it the 41-yard line. Morrison pistol formation. He's got Brown behind him. 2 wide receivers up top. Hands it off to Brown again, and Morris getting penetration every time, and he grabbed his ankle and slowed him down. Then Johnny Bruce Drake and Lunsford finished him off. On that D-line right now, you've got Johnny Bruce Drake, Anthony Johns, Wiles Johnson, the senior, Elijah Hammond, Tyler Morris, Parker Cheney, obviously Mr. Jeffrey Selby, and Will Nichols in there at the linebacker position. Defensive back, Mason Moore and Frankie Knight, and Chance McGahee. 3rd down, 2. This time, Brown's coming up for a first down. He's up to the 50-yard line. He gets all the way into LCA territory, down to about the 43-yard line before Frankie Knight, Will Nichols, and McGahee comes to help make sure they get him down. And so Brown, just a freshman, but man, really doing a nice job running the ball. So Danville with a 2nd first down, they get into LCA territory. So whatever Mark Peach said to them at halftime, Brian Bolton, looks like it worked.
Yeah, their offensive line saying we're going to man up here. That freshman there, Brown, boy, Danville's got to be excited about him for the future for the next few years.
Morris pistol formation. He's got Brown to his left. Fakes a handoff to him this time. He's going to try to pass it to Crawford, but surprise, surprise. Tyler Morris in there again says, "Can I take your dinner order?" And he is sacked there at midfield. So Tyler Morris, one of the Navy assistant football coaches that recruited him, one of the assistant coaches at the Naval Academy for football, where he'll be playing, is here tonight. And, man, he's got to be smiling from ear to ear because Tyler Morris with an outstanding game so far.
Not only has Tyler Morris picked up that sack right there, he's put a lot of pressure on the quarterback every time he's dropped. It seems like Tyler Morris has been back in the backfield.
He is a difference maker, tremendous speed. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 17 for Danville. A little swing pass out to Brown, and he catches it. But, man, once he catches it, there's 3 LCA guys waiting on him, and Elijah Hammond, Mason Moore, Jay Emerson in the game on defense, and, of course, who else? But number 4, Mr. Selby, leading LCA in tackles, so going to be no gain on that. So it's going to make it, that was actually 2nd down. I apologize. So 3rd down, 17 for Danville. Clock moving, 7:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Lexington Christian Academy hosting Danville. The Eagles of LCA leading the Admirals 35-7. In the 3rd quarter. Big 3rd down play here, though. Danville decides to call a timeout. I want to thank the Justice Realty Group for being our exclusive realtors for LCA football this year. They can help you with any real estate questions or needs that you have. Also, Lisa Dickens is a part of their team, so you get 3 realtors to help you out with any real estate questions or needs that you have. Contact them online at thejusticegroup.rhr.com. That's thejusticegroup.rhr.com. Also, man, you want to make sure your heat's working. It's cold up here tonight, and you want to make sure we're just getting started here in the fall and upcoming winter. If you need help with your heating system, call the professionals at Air Control. Herbie McGahee and the team at Air Control have been serving Lexington since 1971. You can contact him at aircontrolco.com. That's aircontrolco.com. Let's see what Coach Mark Peach dialed up in this timeout. Morris takes it. He's rolling out to his left. He's getting pressure. Pass is way, way short. Tried to throw it over in the vicinity of Clarkson, but it wasn't even close. But as usual, Tyler Morris was breathing down Morris's neck, so can't blame him. He's just running for his life, and he winds up just having to get rid of to avoid another big sack. So Tyler Morris only show up. He's got a couple of quarterback sacks tonight, Brian, but he has had at least 5 or 6 quarterback hurries.
Well, that's the thing we were just talking about. He's in there on every single play, it seems like.
Snap a little high. Wilcher gets it off the kicker for Danville, and it just takes a big-time bounce, though. It rolls all the way to the 5-yard line. Sorry, I lost it in the rain here. Rain coming down pretty decent now. And So, wow, great punt there. Keegan Wilcher, the senior for Danville, got a big-time roll on that one. And see what Danville defense, LCA responded there with a big-time touchdown run by Xavier Brown, 35-7. Danville would like to try to pin them back and see if they can get it back, but you've got Jay Emerson checking in on the running back. Hands it off to Big J. He's up on the left side. He's up to the 20-yard line and fumble, but I think the ground caused the fumble, and so the officials are going to say it's going to be down at the 20-yard line. But Jay Emerson, another outstanding junior. You got him and Jeremiah Riffle. The backfield's going to be deep, and then you got Josh Teorina, who's a junior, who's a phenomenal runner too. So there's going to be a lot of running talent back next year, even after the graduation of Xavier Brown. But 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 20-yard line on that 15-yard run by Emerson. Nevis takes a snap, hands it off to Riffle. He's trying to bounce off that right tackle, but Danville does a good job fighting off the blocks, and not going to be much of a gain there is Danville's Dominique Ford, 6'2", 210-pound senior. He's a really, really good-looking defensive prospect. Brings down Riffle. Got maybe a gain of 1 on that, and rain's coming down pretty good right now. Cold and wet, so just good night to be watching if you're watching on PrepSpin or on Lexington Christian Academy Facebook page. If you're listening online, I'm Greg Horn on Color Commentary Nights. Brian Bolton. Abe is our videographer. Ron White, our producer, back at the radio station. Appreciate their help. This time on the handoff, I believe it's Xavier Brown. He's trying to run behind that big old line. And not much of a hole there, but he's still going to get about 4 or 5 yards as he gets out to the 28. Actually got more than I thought. He's going to be all the way up to the 28.
Greg, I think the coaches said, offensive line, we're putting it on your back. Let's go. And they're stepping up the challenge right now.
3rd down and 2 for the Eagles from their own 28-yard line. 5:40 left in the 3rd quarter. LCA leading 35-7 over the visitors of Danville. This time Parker Cheney on the handoff on the end around. He's got to the end. He's got the 1st down. He's trying to get around that corner. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. He's at midfield, where he's finally knocked out of bounds into Danville territory about the 48-yard line. Parker Cheney, just a sophomore. Impressive run by him there, Brian.
Yeah, they mixed that up. You see all the movement in the backfield, even pulling the quarterback in and pulling the quarterback back out. But there was a lot of movement, which I think threw the defense off on that. Well-designed play.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Actually stepped out right at midfield. I thought he got in Danville territory about the 49, but stepped out a foot sooner. So at midfield, 5:26 left in the 3rd quarter. Nevis takes the snap, hands it off to Xavier Brown. He's trying to get around the left corner. He's at midfield. He's got a big hole. He may take this one to the house. He's got one man to beat at the 20. Jay Emerson blocks him, though. Touchdown, LCA, Xavier Brown. We've got little festivities going on over on the Elijah Hammond, one of the Danville players after the block, but my goodness.
Did you see that block downfield, Greg? What a great block downfield there. And Xavier Brown did a great job waiting on the block. Waited on that block, set it all up. Perfect.
Jay Emerson, the junior, with the block. There was only one man to beat. And as you said, Xavier Brown did a good job not forcing and letting Jay get in between him and the last Danville defender. And so it made it the last 20 yards, and Xavier just, of course, took it in untouched. But you're right, good downfield blocking by Jay Emerson. That makes it 41-7. The Eagles, Xavier Brown, his 3rd touchdown run of the night. He's getting close to 200 yards on the night rushing. This time Nevis takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's got lots of pressure. He's trying to see if he can run it in, but Danville does a good job stringing him out, and he's not going to be able to get in there. I believe Dominic Ford's the one that got him down. So unfortunately, Eagles not able to capitalize on that one. So it makes it 41-7. LCA was trying to get to that 35-point if they got that way to 36 points, would have given the LCA a running clock, and I'm sure the fans would have appreciated that because it's raining now and it's cold, but unfortunately they cannot capitalize on that, so clock will stop at 5:16 left in the third quarter. If you're looking for a place to go for lunch or dinner, Drake's is a great place to go. The Drake's menu has something for everybody, from burgers to sushi, great atmosphere and food. Go check out Drake's. They've got 3 locations, one in Lexington on Taste Creek Road, the other one in the Hamburg area. And they got one in Jasmine County in Brandon Crossing. So go check out Drake's this weekend, get some great food.
We're seeing the difference here, Greg, of a team that has over 50 players, a team that has about 30 players. Danville's getting a little worn out, looks like.
Dobbs kick this time just a little short of the end zone. Clarkson's going to run it out. He's at the 15. He's up to about the 20-yard line before he is brought down there by the LCA special teams. Good job there. I believe that's Hayes Lalonde that got in on the tackle there. So good job by, it was Haynes Lalonde, the 185-pound senior. So doing a good job there on special teams. So Danville will start 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line, 5:09 left in the third quarter. Morris, the senior's gone all the way at quarterback. Unfortunately, Caleb Burns, the outstanding running back for Danville, got hurt on playing defense early on in the first quarter, and man, what a big challenge it was for Danville after having Burns go out. But Demario Brown there, the freshman, has done a nice job, though, and he got the handoff there, but only able to get about one there. LCA, good job stringing that one out. But for a freshman, Demario Brown, really impressive runner.
He's an impressive runner. As I'm saying, Danville has something to look forward to. Young man stays there and plays out his high school career.
Braden Boffman in the backfield next to Morrison. Got a whistle. Danville's going to call a timeout, so we're going to take a 30-second break, send it back to the station in Ron White. Your score with 4:27 left in the third quarter. Lexington Christian Academy 41, Danville 7. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM WJMM.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
Welcome back, Lexington Christian Academy High School Football. Greg Horn, Brian Bolt with you. Pass over the middle, trying to hit Brown, but good coverage by LCA, and that's going to make it 4th down and 8 for Danville from their own 20-yard line, so they're going to have to punt. Wilcher beyond. He has done a lot of punting. I apologize, that's just 3rd down. I got ahead. The guy flipped it so quickly that, or I'm sorry, yeah, he did that so quickly. I assumed it was going to be 4th down, but he had flipped it so quickly that it was just actually now 3rd down. So Morris, pistol formation. He's got Brown to his right. He's got 2 wide receivers to the left. Trying to see if he can hit Corden out there on the right side. Trying to hit him deep down the sideline. And Clarkson over there, but pass just a little bit too far to the right, goes out of bounds. And Clarkson and Corden both were in the area, but not able to come up with that one. So that will make it 4th down this time and 8. And Wilcher will be in, the senior punting, and he has got a workout tonight.
He has punted a bunch, and we've gotten close to a bunch. You just wonder, are we going to get one of them?
Yeah, special teams, they have gotten in close. They've tipped at least one. I think they could have got a second one They definitely got one in the first quarter. This time, though, LCA just puts on the return, doesn't try to pressure him. Mason Moore fields it at the 42, 45. He's at midfield trying to get to the sideline, but good job there by Danville as they string it out. And was hoping he'd get down that left sideline, but good job there by Clarkson as he wraps up Mason Moore. I'm sorry, that was Boffman on that tackle for Danville, Braden Boffman, the junior. And so LCA still, though, have outstanding field positions. They'll have 1st and 10 at the Danville 45-yard line. 41-7, the Eagles of LCA leading the Danville Admirals. These two teams played back on October 26th, or 22nd, I'm sorry, and LCA won that game 56-7. It was halftime 28-7 like it was in this game tonight. Neva's pistol formation, fakes the handoff to Xavier Brown, rolls out to his right, hits Selby, and unfortunately when Selby goes to cut back, he falls, and then a penalty flag's thrown down. And unfortunately, where it was thrown, to me, it looks like it'll be something on LCA, but could be wrong. But Selby could have had a first down when he lost his footing, but it may be for not anyway. It's a legal man downfield against LCA, so unfortunately, that's going to cost the Eagles and send it back into, well, it's going to stop right at midfield. I thought it might get right inside there about the 49, but it's going to be at 50, so LCA will have it at their 50 at midfield, first down at 15 for the Eagles. Clock moving, 3:55 left in the third quarter. LCA leading 41-7. Elijah Hammond to the right, Frankie Knight in the slot next to him. Xavier Brown and Selby next to Nevis on the left on the end around. They give it to Frankie Knight. He's at midfield, 45. He's trying to get to that corner, 35-30. One man to beat, and he knocks him out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Great run there by the senior Frankie Knight. Richard Norris knocked him out of bounds, or he would have taken that one all the way. But it'll be another first down for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from the Danville 28. Clock stops at 3:35 left in the third quarter. LCA with that no-huddle offense ready to roll again. Nevis looks on his armband, gets the play. Parker Cheney in motion on the end around. He hands it off to Cheney. Xavier Brown with a great block gets him loose to get enough for the first down, and he's finally knocked out of bounds about the 10-yard line. But Xavier Brown showing not only is he a great skill player, he also does the down and dirty, and with his block allowed Cheney to get enough for a first down. So Xavier Brown doing it on all levels tonight.
He is just an unselfish player. And it's changed just so much, and his body has changed that he can block, he can hit, he can tackle, he can run, he can do it all right now. That's why he's going D1, right?
That's exactly right. This time on the end around, Frankie Knight gets a handoff trying to get around that corner there, but Danville does a good job of stringing it out, and unfortunately, eventually he is brought down, but trying to get around that corner, and Danville did a good job getting off the block there. I believe it was Justice Turner, and so, but we've got some more dirty laundry, and it's holding anyway on LCA, so wouldn't have mattered if he did get in. So unfortunately, a little more yellow laundry than I'm sure the LCA coaching staff would like to see tonight.
Yeah, but they have protected the ball. That's a good thing. Last time they played against Danville, they had 3 fumbles, I think in the first half, so they didn't protect the ball. This time they're protecting the ball. A few foolish mistakes like holding.
So 22-yard line, LCA first down. They hand it off to Big Jay Emerson. He bounces off that left tackle. Big hole. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's finally brought down there about the 4-yard line. Looks like they may move it back up to the 5. His knee might have hit, but took about 3 Danville Admirals to bring down the Big Hoss. But, man.
He drug them 3-4 yards with them.
Yeah, Jay Emerson is a load.
And he'll be back next year. LCA's got a nice replacement.
Nevis, they hand it off to Jay Emerson, and boom, he goes up the middle. Touchdown, LCA. Jay Emerson from the 5-yard line gets in for the touchdown. And he's having a great year. That is his, surprisingly, first touchdown on the ground. I'm surprised because he's averaging 9 yards a carry. He's got a pick-6 return against Madison Central in the first game of the year. But that actually was his first touchdown on the ground, which I'm shocked. I thought it was at least his second. But congratulations to Jay Emerson on his first touchdown on the ground. Had 300 yards rushing coming into this game. Junior, so.
Well, he missed a couple games because of injury earlier in the year. And he is showing the potential what next year could be, right? Between him and Riffle.
Yeah, they've got a lot of offensive talent coming back, as you said. Tyler, Jeremiah, Jay Emerson, Jeremiah Riffle, Josh Taylorina is another phenomenal running back. So really, really good running back spots there. Of course, Parker Cheney at the sophomore there, outstanding sophomore wide receiver. Evan Brown, Jr. is going to be back, another offensive threat for the Eagles. Will Rich, big 6'3", 205-pound sophomore tight end. Really, really skilled player that could do it, make a big difference for LCA next year. Nate Barnhart, the oncoming sophomore. Evan Nevis, Jr., if he can stay healthy, we look forward to watching him. His brother, Drew Nevis, connecting next year. He's got a lot of speed, 6 foot, 180 pounds. So LCA leading 48-7, so we will have a running clock for the rest of this game. 2:14 left in the third quarter. Kick is up. This is going to be fielded about the 10-yard line by Corden Crawford, and he breaks a couple of tackles. He's all the way about the 30-yard line, and he's got that tremendous speed, so Danville will have good field position. They'll start off at their own 31-yard line. One of the good things, too, for LCA, still got some of those talented linemen. You got big Garrison McKinney, a 6'2", 290-pound sophomore. Carter Gillespie, just a junior, 6 foot, 260 pounds. Then you've got two freshman linemen that are outstanding prospects for the future. Brooks Kerwin, 6'2", 255 pounds. Hayes Preston, 6'2", 225 pounds.
Yeah. Hayes Preston's in the game right now on defense. Looks like LCA's rotating in some of the younger guys. Give them a chance to get out there today.
I'm not sure why, but Danville's calling the timeout, so that'll stop the clock. But we'll keep it here. And hey, if you're looking for a place to go to church this Sunday, you've got questions about God, we'll encourage you to visit Centerpoint Christian Church, located in Lexington off Leestown Road in the Masterson Station Park area. They have 2 services on Sunday. If you're an early riser, you can go check out the 9:30 a.m. service. If you like to take your time, you can go check out the 11 a.m. service, helping people find and follow Jesus. For more information, check them out online at myseapoint.com. That's myseapoint.com, and that is point with an E. And since Brian Bolton is alongside me, the lead pastor there, Brian, what's your sermon topic for this Sunday?
Oh, we're walking through the great letter written by the Apostle Paul, the letter of Romans. It's a life-changing book. We'd love to have you come join us.
Great church, great worship.
And the preaching's okay.
I think the preaching's excellent, too. I've been there a couple of times when I've had a couple of Sundays off, so I've been blessed. Hand off to Brown. He bounces off the left tackle and does a nice little spin move and just keeps on churning those legs. And finally, about 4 or 5 LCA guys get in there and bring him down. But really, really impressive freshman. And we're talking about Hayes Preston. He gets up from the bottom of that pile. And Hayes Lalonde's in there getting some runs. Will Bivens, outstanding sophomore prospect there on defense.
We have some more younger guys in there, 22. See Evan Thompson out there, and Preston Hayes is out there on the field on defense. Number 45 is out there right now. Cooper
Godalis. Morris takes it and hands it off to Brown. He's trying to get around that left corner, and great extra effort. He's going to get enough for a first down. Just tremendous effort by Brown, for he's finally wrestled down out of bounds. getting up off the bottom of that pile, Major Brown, and also got a little bit of help there. It looks like Tyler Pruden, sophomore, 5'10", sophomore, is in there helping also Major Brown. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute break, send it back to the studio. Your final score, the score at the end of the third quarter, Lexington Christian Academy 48, Danville 7. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM, WJMM.
With roots dating back to 1946, Central Bank remains a community bank dedicated to serving the people and businesses of Kentucky. We're here, as always, with customer service and support, as well as online and mobile banking services available 24 hours a day. For the latest information about your options for banking services and resources, visit us at centralbank.com. Central Bank, central to you. Member FDIC.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally, we are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
Good coverage by LCA. I believe it's Nate Barnhart on coverage, but they're going to call pass interference, unfortunately. I knew it was close, but thought it might be okay, but unfortunately the officials saw it a different way, so that's going to take the ball into LCA football territory. So all the way down to the 41-yard line of LCA. That'll be 1st and 10. Morse pistol formation. Crawford to his left, got Brown beside him. Hands it off to Brown. He bounces off that right side again for he is brought down. And looks like Hunter Adams, Will Bivens in around the tackle. Will Bivens going to be a really good defensive player for the Eagles. He's playing a lot of reps even before running clocks. He's gotten in. He's getting a lot of good experience, and he's grown a lot since his freshman year, getting stronger and very athletic. So gain about 4 on that, make it 2nd down and 6 for Danville from the LCA 37-yard line. Clock moving, 10:23. It'll be a moving clock, running clock rest of the game. This time, hand off to Boffman. He breaks several tackles. He's getting to the right side. He may take this one to the house. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown. Boffman takes it 37 yards to the house. Really impressive run by Braden Boffman, 5'11", 170-pound junior. So makes it 48-13. So gets that running clock. That'll stop it. That makes it down to 35 points if they get the extra point. Make it 34. So LCA will have to come back again if they're going to get the running clock. Got a Danville player getting up a little slow. Actually, he's still down. I apologize. The Danville player standing in front of him. I thought that's who had fell, but it's just it's Wilcher trying to be a nice teammate. Now that he stood up, I can tell it's Wilcher, but can't see who the Danville young man is. The trainer standing in front of him. He's laying flat on the ground, so hope that he's going to be okay, but I think he's got a cramp, but fortunately it looks like it may be just a cramp, and he is able to get up. That is Ryan Clarkson, the senior, giving it all and possibly his last game, and so he rubbed that calf, and he's able to kind of jog off a little bit there on his own accord, and then just collapses on the sideline and ask him to help rub that cramp out. But he's played both sides of the ball. He's got to be exhausted as he's gone both ways tonight. Wilcher on for his 2nd extra point attempt of the night. Morse on the hold for Danville. Kick is up. And oh, no good. I couldn't tell from this angle if was. I thought it might have been okay, but it's not. So it's going to make it 48-13, so 35 points. So 1 point away from the running clock. And
they still keep the running clock going because once it goes to running clock, it doesn't go back. So the clock is still moving, it looks like, in high school football.
Well, I'll tell you what did happen in an earlier game this year, and I can't remember his name. Well, I think it was Washington County, so I apologize if I'm wrong in advance, but the opposing coach said, just because he knew it was out of hand, even it got in a situation like he said, just keep it running. So yeah. I don't know if that's happening in this case or not, but nonetheless, LCA should be moving on next week with this big lead of 48-13, 9 minutes left in this game. More than likely, Owensboro Catholic been trying to find the score and not been able to find that yet, would be a possible opponent. So, or Metcalfe County, the winner of Metcalfe County and Grant County. So I think they may go to RPI after this, but could be wrong. So LCA, though, Louisville Male, LCA, and St. X have twice as many combined top 25 wins as the rest of the top teams combined. LCA has 5 wins against top 25 teams. Louisville Male has 4, and St. X has 3. So just an amazing, amazing year by the LCA football team. And this time on the kickoff return, Riffle takes it up to about the 35-yard line for he's brought down. So actually going to give his forward progress to just a little bit north of the 35, so be about the put it at the 36-yard line. Wow, you may have heard that over the public address announcer. Halftime score, Boyle County 41, Lexington Catholic 0. Of course, LCA defeated both those teams earlier this year. The Danville Boyle County win was amazing, 35-28, because Nevis was not able to play the quarterback, but Taylorina's got the handoff here, and he's going to be close to first down. He trips up about the 46-yard line, but he's got enough with his forward momentum to get to the 47. And talk about young talent, Brian. Josh Taylorina, man, a lot of speed, and you saw it there on that play.
He had a lot of speed. He got his feet going so fast he couldn't keep up with himself. No one touched him as he went falling forward.
First and 10 for the Eagles at the 48-yard line. Josh Taylorina, a lot of talent. Saxton Howard in at quarterback, the freshman who's done really well the last few weekends as he's gotten a lot of playing time. He's got a big hole. He may take this one to the house. He's got one man to beat. He cuts back and avoids him. He's going to take it to the house. 52-yard run by the freshman Saxton Howard.
What a move at the end. What a juke to take that all the way through there. Saxton Howard, that's a new name for me. Quarterback freshman. What a great play with that young man.
Yeah, Howard's done, like I said, with the running clock over the last few weeks, almost 200 yards, and that's his 4th touchdown, just a freshman, but he's got to play almost the whole 4th quarter of the last 3 weeks, and, life's all about taking advantage of your opportunities, isn't it, Brian?
That's tremendous. And they're trying to make the score close to last game. The last time we played them, we beat them 56-14 with this point after. We're close to that, but it's not going to be the same, but 55-13. Wow, what a play by that young man.
Extra point attempt by Mr. Dobbs is good, 55-13. So LCA responds quickly, and we've got 55-13. And you said amazing the similarities, and still some time left. Either one of these teams may score. We may get more points than the last time, but what a year for LCA is. You look at that schedule this year. They beat Madison Central, a Class 6A team who went on an 8-game winning streak after LCA beat them, and before they finally lost. But I believe they're ranked around 9th or 10th in Class 6A. Boyle County was the number 1 ranked team at 4A at the time, and they beat Boyle County at Boyle County. They only their first loss since 2016, I believe, at home. And then they went into Christian Academy of Louisville, who was ranked number 1 in 3A, beat them 37-14. Then Lexington Catholic was ranked 4th in Class 4A and just smashed them 43-7. Then the number 1 ranked team from Pikeville came to Lexington, and LCA won 31-14. So you beat the number 1 ranked teams in 4A, 3A, and 1A. Not bad.
It's not too bad, and you wonder how much harder can they make their schedule. I don't think they can they, Greg? They've stepped up and said every opponent. I know every year we look at the schedule at the beginning of the year and we go, what are they doing to themselves? And here the last couple of years underneath the leadership of Doug Charles, they've stepped up and beat all these teams. You said Doug Charles' record was, what, 30-4?
Yeah.
Over three years of coaching. And one loss was the state championship game last year when we hit the field goal, hit the post to lose by 1 point. So Doug Charles really has this team on all cylinders running. He took the program for where it was and has just elevated it even to the next level.
Yeah, done a great job here in just his 3rd season. 4:48 left in this one. Moore's back in pistol formation, hands it off. I believe it's Boffman again. He's brought down by Will Bivens and Major Brown, but Boffman gets a carry, gets about 5 yards on that one, up to about the 25-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Admirals of Danville. Danville will finish their season at 8-5, but just really overcame a lot of adversity they had this year with some injuries and some transfers and a new coach coming in, and really just a great effort, a short roster, as you said, also on top of that. And 2 of those losses were COVID forfeits, so really games they played, they only lost 2, and one of those, of course, being the LCA. But this time Clarkson on the run, and he gets all the way up to about the that's Boffman again, I apologize. He's all the way up to about the 42-yard line and gives Danville another 1st down. So really impressed by Boffman and his running ability, and he's just a freshman too, so got a lot of talented players.
They had 2 freshman quarterbacks have been running backs have been impressive this tonight, which bodes well for them in the next few years.
Yep, Brown and Boffman, both freshmen. Boffman again this time not able to get around that right side of the sweep team. Will Bivens, Major Brown, good job. Major Brown there first on the scene, and he is an outstanding young player for LCA. Just a sophomore, and when we had some injuries earlier in the season, even when we were playing that difficult schedule, he had to play some key moments on offense and defense and really stepped up and helped make some good plays for LCA. Dorian Riddick, the D lineman, thought he was coming out, but then the coach said, no, stay in. So then he was trying to hustle and get back involved in the play, but run this time right up the middle. But good job by the LCA defense. Will Bivens, as always, around the ball, and that was Boffman again. He's got to get a little bit tired after getting all these handoffs in a row. Drew Castle also in there, the junior. So maybe a gain of 1 on that one. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 7 for Danville. I thank Culver's for being the sponsor of Lexington Christian Academy High School football. Culver's is a great place to stop before home games. Try the famous butter burgers and cheese curds. Pass by Morse, trying to get it out there on the left side. There, a little pass to Malachi Arnold, but incomplete there. So it's going to make it 4th down and 7 for the Admirals. Only 1:37 left in this one. LCA will be back home next week, regardless of the opponent. Don't know if it'll be a 7:30 or 7 p.m. start. The KHSAA sets those times for kickoff, so stay posted. Lexington Christian Academy, follow them on social media to find out when kickoff will be. Morse takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's got a little bit of time, but then Billman starts to put the pressure. It's intercepted by LCA. That's Will Orbison. He's at the 40, at the 30, he's at the 20. Got one man to beat. He's got a couple blockers. Touchdown. Will Orbison with the pick six. I think it was about the 35-yard line of LCA, and he takes it 65 yards to the house. Will Orbison, just a sophomore.
Show some great talent there. Saw the field really well, too. He could very easy ran out of bounds, but patience, waited on his blockers. Act like he knew exactly what he was doing out there. Amazing. What a great catch and run. Takes the score to 61-13. Those young guys get excited. It's fun to see them out there getting some playing time and making some big plays like that.
Well, here's the crazy part. You know, the youngster's a sophomore, and that's his second interception and his second pick six.
Wow.
He had one earlier this year for 15 yards. I believe it was against Washington County. And now he has got 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns, 2 pick sixes. So raising the bar pretty high just as a sophomore. More on, but that's going to be the ball game. They're not going to get the kickoff there, so that's going to be a final score. Not even worry about the extra point. Makes it 61-13, your final score. So we are going to send it back to the studio for a break, and then we'll be back with your Gaddytown Offensive Player of the Game and your Cockrell's Collision Repair Defensive Player of the Game. Your final score tonight, and Class 2A second-round playoff action, Lexington Christian Academy 61, Danville 13. We'll be right back at this short break with your players of the game. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM, WJMM. Welcome back to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football. Greg Horn, Brian Bolton with you here. LCA with a dominating win, 61-13 over Danville Admirals. But LCA, even though they got on top 21-0, kind of got slow there for a while, Brian Bolton, but halftime got it back together.
Yeah, I think the coaches had a little wake-up call with the offensive line. Second half, they come out and said, let's get control of this.
Thank Mr. Aaron Bivens with his help on statistics, and final score 61-13. LCA just dominating in the second half, doing what they do. They average 48 points a game. Total offense, man. LCA, another great night.
Look at that difference. We had 44 plays, and they had 44 plays, but we averaged 11.5 per play, and they only averaged 4.8. Defense really shows up in that, doesn't it?
No doubt about it. Total offense there, yard-wise, LCA 505 yards, 213 for Danville. Only negative that I can find is penalties. LCA had 7 for 60. Fortunately, though, no turnovers tonight.
No turnovers for us, and we intercepted them twice. Of course, one was right here at the very end of the game when we had some of the younger kids from both sides, I think, playing. But it's good to protect the football.
LCA with 20 first downs, Danville with 11. First downs rushing, LCA 14, 6 passing. That's one of the things that we talked about throughout the game, that LCA, knowing in the past kind of an air raid offense, but really establishing a strong ground game this year when you've got 14 rushing first downs, and on the ground, they surpassed their average tonight.
Yeah, they did. Almost 400 yards rushing. 372. You know, it's going to make it difficult for these teams we're going to be playing against as we continue through the playoffs. We have 4 serious running backs that every team has to defend. And I know Coach Oakley has just different plays and mixes it up really well. So makes it good as you get into December and it's really cold. Snow starts spitting. Got to have a running game. Got to have a defense. And we have the combination. The future could be bright. Let's keep that hope.
Coach Doug Charles has told me repeatedly, sure, Greg, we got to be able to, and Coach Oakley Watkins both tell me all the time, we got to be able to run the ball in November, and then on that Friday in December, if we're fortunate enough to get there to win a championship, and they are doing that here in the postseason. Drew Nevis, the quarterback for LCA, 8 for 15, 133 yards, 1 touchdown. Just another solid game for him. But I believe our Gaddytown offensive player of the game is going to be number 20.
Yeah, Xavier Brown. He had 8 carries for 171 yards, averaging 21.4 with 3 touchdowns. And that's the stats you can't see is what we were talking about earlier, the blocking that he lays out for other teammates, the pausing, the seeing the field, taking his time, letting the block set up. There's so much stuff you can't even see on the stats, but the stats do say this kid is one heck of a player.
Well, thanks to Gaddytown for being our sponsor of our offensive player of the game. It goes to Xavier Brown. Gaddytown, a great place for your kid's birthday party, or if you're looking for a great place to watch college football or NFL football, obviously a great pizza buffet, but also have a salad bar and pasta bar. Go check out Gaddytown on Nicholasville Road behind Red Lobster. Thank them for sponsoring LCA football. Jay Emerson also had 7 carries for 60 yards. Saxton Howard only got 1 carry, the freshman quarterback, but took it 52 yards to the house. Parker Cheney, 2 for 38, and Frankie Knight, 1 carry for 23 yards. Jeremiah Riffle, 3 for 18, and Josh Taylorino, 1 for 2. Mason Moore led the way in receiving, 6 receptions for 94 yards. Jeffrey Selby, 1 reception for 29 yards, and Parker Cheney, 1 for 10 yards. Leading the way for LCA in tackles was Elijah Hammond with 4. Major Brown also had 4. I think, though, for our defensive, I think we'll go co-players of the game. Elijah Brown led us in tackles, but Tyler Morris, even though he only had 3.5 tackles, I know he had 2 quarterback sacks and at least 10 pressures. So what a night for both those guys on defense, and especially Tyler Morris getting in the backfield.
Yeah, Tyler Morris, we kept saying that throughout the game. He was in there and all the pressure. Just putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and it proves with 2 sacks. And, you know, what's hard picking a player of the game with this defense is we are so strong in so many different areas. You know, we're holding teams to 10 points a game because of great tackling and great defense.
Well, that's just a great performance by Tyler Morris. Also 2 tackles for loss and tons of those pressures we talked about. Elijah Hammond, another outstanding senior. Jeffrey Selby also had 3 tackles doing his solid job. And Will Nichols and Will Bivens also with 3. We want to thank Cockrell's Collision for being our defensive player sponsor of the game. If you have a fender bender, nobody likes to have one of those, but if you do have that unfortunate fender bender, run into Cockrell's. Check them out online at cockrellscollision.com. That's cockrellscollision.com. And we want to thank Reliable Residential Roofing for being our one-stop place for roofing, guttering, or siding needs that you might have. Locally owned and proudly serving Central Kentucky for over 40 years. To get a free estimate, visit them online at reliableresidentialroofing.com. That's reliableresidentialroofing.com. Well, Brian, I appreciate you filling in tonight for Mr. Leo. You did a great job. And LCA, I know you want to see them win. You've had kids that have come through here and graduated and play here, and 2 down, 2 more to go to get to Kroger Field. But what a win tonight for the Eagles.
What a great win. Thank you for inviting me to come and participate. Really enjoy doing this. Love this school. Love what they're doing. Love these coaches, how they're working with these young men. Great program, and they've got it rolling. Looking forward to that first weekend of December. You know, my birthday is December the 4th, so maybe they could bring me a state championship. I'll be cheering. I'll tell them they brought it for me for my birthday present.
Oh, that would be a great birthday gift. I know that Terry Johnson, Doug Charles would love to give that to you. Well, we want to thank Avon, our videographer tonight on PrepSpin, did a phenomenal job, and for the Lexington Christian Academy Facebook page, want to Thank our guy Ron White, the producer, back in studio. Does always a phenomenal job. But that's going to be a wrap here from Lexington Christian Academy as the Eagles win 61-13 in second-round playoff action. Join us next week. It'll be either a 7:30 p.m. or 7 p.m. kickoff for third-round playoff action as the Eagles try to get all the way to Kroger Field again to win a state championship. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM, WJMM. Good night.